Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, for the final part of this week's Copenhagen Dreaming. And we are going to join... Yes, we are going to join Agnes first.
Yeah. Agnes is not going home.
Okay.
Because she do not believe that she can pull off another, oh, by the way, I'm doing something else.
You think you've kind of expended your freebies, do you?
Yeah. Very much so. So I think she is going to go to the library and put on a computer.
Yep.
And put on a fake notice in the family Google calendar that she has to go to Jonas's summer party.
Oh, right.
And
yes.
then make a notification to pop up in 5-10 minutes saying that she's going there, and then send her parents a text that the flight was delayed, so she's going to go directly to Jonas's place and just cross her fingers. And, yeah.
Yes, cross her fingers and hope everything works. Oh, please.
Yeah, just pretend that it's been there all the time. And
yeah. Okay. Well, it should work. You know that your parents don't actually check their calendars religiously, so you know that it should work. So,
awesome. Yeah. And then she's just gonna drop off her bag at the train station, and on her way there, gonna get a fresh set of clothes from a charity store.
Yep, no problem at all. You can do that easily. And so yeah, you get a phone call just after you get back out from the charity store. You get a phone call from your dad. Saying, I just wanted to make sure that you landed all right. I mean, something about a party, or what was it?
Yeah, you remember that Jonas usually throws a end of summer party?
Yeah, I think something along the lines. Yeah, if not him, then certainly one of your classmates.
Yeah, true, but it's usually Jonas because his mom actually likes having us over.
Oh, right. Yeah, I've heard a thing or two about her.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, well, no, it was really good. It was just delayed, nothing problematic. Just a queue at the airport for the planes. So we just got a little later on our head.
Sure.
From Dublin.
That's fine.
But it was really cool, and thank you for letting me go. It was so amazing. I learned so.
Oh, I look forward to seeing all the things that you've learned there. Obviously.
Yeah, I'm so looking forward to showing you pictures and everything.
Great. Well, have fun at the party.
Thank you, and say hi to Mom and the two knockers at home.
Will do.
He hangs up. Love you, Dad.
Yeah, love you too. He let you go.
Awesome.
Oh, the wonders of gullible parents, isn't it?
Yes, it's amazing.
Yeah.
That should actually be a merit in itself. Just called gullible parents.
How much would that be worth, though?
A lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, at least 5.
The full 5. Okay.
The opposite one would be skeptic parents, and that would give you 5.
Yeah.
Yep.
So,
actually, as a parent, I know that gullible parents does not exist.
Nope.
They just choose to let you live your life.
Yep.
Right.
Trusting parents, then.
So, let's...
What's that?
They are a thing that exists. They're semi-mythical, Aya, but they do exist.
They do?
Yep.
I want a picture of it. Otherwise I don't believe it. It's like a unicorn.
But, let's pop over to last but not least. We have... We have Jasmine.
Yes, we do.
And she is going to handle this exactly how?
With hope, with attempting to be hopeful and optimistic. Basically, it's getting back, and explaining how the rest of the trip, why she's a bit late. Obviously, similar excuse to what was just mentioned by Agnes regarding delays at the airport. Asks how they've been, and then tries to mention that she mentions that Jonas is holding one of his big end of school and end of summer holiday bashes at his mother's place, and they know his mother, right?
Well, they can imagine that thing happens, but you can tell your mother is really sad that you're gonna, basically come home, drop off your bag, and go again.
Yeah. Okay. In that case, she takes a moment to sort of, she thinks to herself, and then she says, I know it's been difficult for you with how I've really not been around much, and I feel bad about it as well. These last few weeks have been a bit rough in terms of preparing for things and getting my head together, but...
Is it because there's a boy in all of this that we don't know about, she asks?
I mean,
if there was, that would be okay. Just tell us.
It's not specifically about a boy, no. It's...
Well, your father sits there and scratches his chin and goes, a girl, then?
I'm glad you're being so open-minded, Dad, but it's
This is 2018, come on. I'm just saying, it's like we never see you. It's like you almost flee from us.
It's been very difficult. I feel like I've been... I suppose it's normal for teenagers, but I feel like the last sort of few weeks I've had a lot of pressure on me to be prepared for things that are coming up in my life, and I've not had the wherewithal. I've not felt confident enough to come to you with all of this, because I wanted to try and handle this by myself with my friends, and it's not working. It's hurting us, and I want to change that. But I want to spend this last little time with Jonas and everyone before school starts up again, and then when everything's settled back down, I think I'll have the clarity of mind to sit down with you and really talk about things and try and get this back on track,
Well, it doesn't look like that actually makes the sadness any less for either of them.
I know. But, and it's really hurting her, because she wants desperately to basically do the same thing Sunny did, but unlike Sunny, Jasmine doesn't have the excuse to let something slip and then be forced to do it. She very much believes in following Fey rules, unfortunately.
Well, Sunny didn't actually think about, telling him the truth, and then he did not on purpose, and then shit happened, and Sunny is Sunny. There isn't long from thought to action with him.
Okay, so what basically she kind of, her shoulders kind of slump, and she holds up a hand, reaches out for her phone.
Yes.
And she calls Jonas.
Okay. Jonas, your phone rings.
Hi.
Hi, it's me.
Mom, could you turn down the music? Oh, wait, he's not home anymore,
he's not
I suppose.
home anymore.
Yeah. Oh, that's right.
Oh, well.
Okay.
Hi, what's up?
Hi. Look, I've explained the situation to parents. They understand, but they're not exactly... Look, I'd like to spend just a little bit longer with them. I know you expect me over there soonish, but can I have like an hour or two just to spend with them, please?
That's really gonna push our schedule if people need to get back, tomorrow.
It's already getting to the point where if you want to catch the last train to Jutland, it's going to be, well, you can push it by maybe an hour, but that's the most, and that's, you know, and then when you get there, you're going to be kind of fucked for how do you going to get around the place.
Okay, fair enough. Okay.
No, I'm just saying, you know, it's
Yeah. Okay. Half an hour, and I'll make my way over there as quickly as possible.
Right. Yeah, you'll have to be quick then, because I don't know when the last train leaves exactly, but
I don't. It's the same. Don't worry. I've been doing those running courses with Sunny. She says, you know, wink, wink, nudge, nudge, powers of the fairy thing. So I reckon I can get there quickly.
okay, sure. Yeah.
Thank you. Just
say hi to your parents.
Jonas says hi, guys.
Hi, Jonas.
Thank you. I'll make sure to have everything ready and to join you then.
Sure. See ya.
See ya. Beep. Okay. I know it's not much, but you've got me for half an hour. Let's do something nice.
Your mother gets up and gets some dishes. You know, gets some food from the from the various from the fridge and so on. You're at home. You're not at the restaurant, obviously.
Yeah, of course.
And sits down and it's like, so would it help if we offered to have a party here with, you know, everyone, and, you know, we could cook for everyone and have them over for you know, a huge party? Would that be, I mean, they both, you know, it's obvious that, like, you know, they're happy to have you for half an hour, but they're hurting a lot.
Mm-hmm. I know. It's not quite that simple, but like I said, I want to explain everything to you. I do, but I'm just not in the right headspace for it right now.
Have you picked up Ganesha, by the way? I need to. You said out of character. Did you pick up Ganesha?
Yeah, I might have made a beeline there and then come back in because she might like she's like the moral support of having a little statue.
Yes, and he is basically sitting in your handbag, or, you know, over your shoulder bag or something right now.
Yeah.
And he's saying, "This isn't working." Sometimes life is about making difficult choices, Jasmine.
Yes. And she mutters to herself, "Oh, mighty Ganesha, make my evening auspicious."
Yes, I'll explain the whole thing to them. Just put me on the table and get it over with.
Right. Okay. You know what? I am in the right headspace. I'm going to do. Can you both come here, please?
They come over. They look a little worried.
She puts Ganesha on the table and says, "Please, just tap a finger on Ganesha's head, please." I know this is very strange, but bear with me.
Okay. You know, they have this look of, you've always been more religious than us, but, you know, it's like they tap Ganesha on the head.
Just because I talked to my bronze statue, and through Ganesha, she will channel a point of her own glamour.
Yes, it has to be one for each.
Yeah, that's how much do I have on me? I did top up thanks to
you did.
Thanks to me.
You did.
And I've got some spare to top it up again.
Yes. So there you
Excellent.
go.
So 2 points, so yeah,
they get overwhelmed, and your father sits down very heavily. Your mother gets the whole deer in the headlight thing. And I mean, obviously, the issue are not that alien looking, so to say.
No.
The issue.
But the whole world is weirder, and suddenly the little metal statue actually gets up and you know, brushes itself off and looks at them, and you know, Ganesha just he flicks his elephant's trunk and goes, "Right, we have some explanation to do here. Do you want to start it, Jasmine, or should I?"
And Ganesha looks back and just sees him. She sees Jasmine looking at her parents, and she's actually quietly crying, having to finally show what she is to them. And she says, "Well, I've got half an hour. Might as well make the most of it.
Let's make. Come on, there's no need for tears in all of this. This is fantastic. Just sit down and let's get this dealt with, shall we?" Basically, you have family counselor Ganesha handling things over the next 30 minutes.
Oh, I feel so reassured.
He's not bad at it, actually, and he manages to kind of guide the conversation in such a way that by the time you actually have to get up and leave, your parents are, you know they can ask all the questions of him. They have a million and one questions to ask of you, but they also seem to understand that something very important has just happened and is happening, and you need to go.
Yes, but no, the point is that she does take the time to explain basically what she is, what her friends are, and why she's actually been as absent as she has been, because it's not been just teenage stuff. It's been the fact that
yeah, but as I said, you've got 30 minutes, so you cannot explain the whole thing in that amount of time.
No, she abbreviates basically. Yeah, she technically she has another job. That's basically the point she made. She does have another. It's a volunteer thing,
Yeah.
and then
a forced volunteer job.
Yes, and eventually she does say to them, she basically says to them that she needs to leave it to Ganesha. She has to pack and run.
Yeah. Ganesha handles the whole thing pretty well.
Yep. Yep, she leaves still crying, but more from relief at this point.
Yeah.
And yeah, I think I'll hide. I will do some. I want to hide somewhere so I can activate my ability to run fast really quick. I should probably do a bunk first.
Yes. What bunk do you want to do for a Wayfarer?
Keep linking that GIF. Let me find that GIF. How much would a silly walk, just to make this clear before I post it, how much would a silly walk get me?
For how long?
About the length of the average Monty Python sketch.
Right, that would probably... Yeah, let's give you 2 for that.
Yes.
Silly walks.
The Ministry of Silly Walks. So,
Is yours under development, or is it fully patented?
But, very good. I've not done... Actually, I can't remember if I've done this before. I did it once. Can't remember. So, how do I do this?
It means that your difficulty goes from 8 to 6.
Okay, I'm just working out how...
you roll Fey, because you're affecting yourself.
Fey, Wayfair, so it's... I need to actually dice pool this a bit. No, I can't do that. So, /R... And it is just literally those 2 sets of dots. It's just realms and art.
Yep.
Okay.
There you go.
Excellent.
That's 2 successes. No problem. You are very quick, and you get there in time. No trouble at all.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
You are the last to arrive, but you do get there in time.
Yes. And they will see. They will see that she has most likely been crying, but
yes.
She's there.
Are you all right, Jasmine?
I told them.
In half an hour?
I've left Ganesha to explain the rest.
Jeez. Okay.
You too that has to beg forgiveness when we come back, huh?
Oh, you as well.
Yeah, I even told him I was going to a party, but then somehow I forgot he was there, and Sarah asked what we were gonna do. And I was an idiot that told we had to go to Jutland.
So it's the dog.
I just went in to talk with the dog mode.
Okay.
Look,
Right.
right.
Our problems to do with Jonas mea culpa. We will seek forgiveness or punishment from Elizabeth when we're done. But right now, we need to focus on this.
I think right now we can do more or less anything and come out ahead because what we've done lately.
That is true. We have worked up some goodwill.
Yeah.
It's true. I'm just well, it certainly makes things easier, I can say, from having my mom enchanted.
Yeah.
Let's face it, she doesn't really have time to play favorites. She has to set an example. Should we get going?
Yeah, before the train leaves.
Yep. Go.
Right, so you get on the train.
Yep.
Choo choo choo, and it goes off towards Jutland. And it's late enough that it's an evening train, so it's not a problem finding a place to sit down.
Where are we actually going?
To the thing we got, or
Yeah,
as near as it we've got.
But what city are we going to?
Well, I don't know what the address is, so I don't know how far we have to go.
You need to go to right out on the heath. You need to go to Hanning.
Where's that?
Hanning? It's in the middle of Jutland, basically.
Okay.
Little out-ish to the west.
Off to Hanning we go.
Yeah, you need to change trains in one place, but it's
Yeah. This train can leave us in Aarhus, and then we need one to...
yeah. Basically, you jump off in Aarhus, and then you change to Hanning, and then you get there, and that's fine. You manage to get on the very last train from Aarhus to Hanning that night.
I guess we'll have to get our sleep on the train, or because we don't have any place to stay in Hanning.
Nope, you don't.
No.
Unless we're lucky they have one of those... Bundle?
Well, they
What?
do like a hostel, basically. Yes.
Oh, a youth hostel.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they do, but it's but you don't even know where that is to begin with.
No, but we do have something amazing called smartphones in
Yeah,
this
you can
day
look
and
it up.
age where you can hit everything up.
You can look it up if you
well.
want to. You could also go directly to where you need to go if you want. It's and then be ready to get on the first train back the next day.
That sounds like a good idea.
Still worth getting some sleep on the train.
Oh, yeah, you can definitely. I mean, it's all in all with the change. It's about a 5-hour train ride, so you can get some sleep.
Yeah.
Yes.
Sleep and then get past supermarket and buy some energy drinks and stay awake.
There you
Yeah.
go.
Before it's a good point since it was brought up in the break. What does Sonny do as they're settling down on the train?
Well, he finds a spot where there isn't a lot of people because his wings takes up a lot.
Yeah.
And then, leans back the seat to get some sleep.
Yeah. Jasmine is going to
Well,
get up with him and, well,
Yep. It's an ordinary IC3 train, so you can't roll the seats down or anything, but you can.
You can chip them back. You can always do that on the over thingy. If it's the long trains, you can.
You can
Long
back it up a
distance
bit.
trains.
Only on the ones where you sit in long rows, not the ones where you have these little almost like cubicles, and those are the ones
Yes,
you're
you can.
on. Nope.
Yes, you can. I do that every time I go over to you guys.
Well, that's impressive because they're built into a fixed form.
Yeah, the thing is, the fixed form has a mechanism in it, so you move the cushions.
Oh, right, like so.
They
okay,
go down a bit.
Yeah, that I get.
They go down a bit. You can't go down into a laying position, but they go down a bit so you stay more reclined.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Either way, Jasmine is going to basically, for lack of a better word, corner Sunny.
Huh? He looks up a little confused. What's up, Jasmine?
Can I have a word, please?
Sure. Proceed.
Yes, was it? I've had a really...
Here or private?
How private are we at the moment? I mean,
Not very.
Okay.
It's basically one compartment of a train is basically 8 or so little tables that's open with little seats around.
Yeah. Private, please.
Then they can go into, between the train cars thingy.
Oh, one of the adjoining corridors, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
You can find a place where there's nobody else around. It's possible.
Oh, okay.
It's a very late train. There's normally never anyone on those.
Yep. Alright. I've had a really, really long and emotionally trying day, and I've reached the point where I'm just too tired and too high on adrenaline and things to care at this point. I need to say something, and I have no idea how to say it, and I'm terrified and annoyed of saying it, but...
Well, it usually helps just saying it. At least that's what I do.
I've been increasingly frustrated, even angry, watching you do what you do, Sunny. Flirt and sleep around and things like that, and it's not fair for me to just say that. But the point is that I have.
At this point, Sonny has both brows lifted, almost disappearing into his hair with the fuck face.
Oh, don't fucking look at me like that. Look, I like you. I really, really like you, and I have not been able to say it properly until now, and yeah, just watching you do what you do has been difficult on top of that, and I've reached a point where I need to say what I have to and let things just play out. I would very much like to have you be a more permanent and more intimate part of my life, Sunny. I don't even know if that's possible, but I would like to try.
The second you said, I really like you, femme word, I don't know what you call that anywhere. The penny drops, and he suddenly realizes why she was annoyed at everything he did, because before that he's just like, well, you don't get to saying that.
Yeah, well, it's technically true, she doesn't.
And then the penny drops and is like, oh. Well,
yes.
That explains why it annoys you.
I should hope so, you frustrating, sexy bastard.
Thank you. He makes a bow. I do try.
Right. Well, that's what I feel, and I hope you understand that I should very much like to, be your girlfriend, yes, and that I will have to try and bear in mind that you are what you are, and that means that I may not always be able to have you to myself if I were to reach that point, but I'd have to. But that's your call to me. That's up to you to decide how that would work, because it's your future as much as it would be my future. Why is this so difficult?
They're called feelings. If they were easy, they wouldn't be a mystery.
Well, that's how I feel, Sonny.
Sunny nods. I had no idea, but I'm not surprised that I didn't know.
Well, you do now. So, do we just let things lie here, or is this something that we can maybe talk about later?
I'm not entirely sure. I'll have to figure that out. But
even if I regret doing this afterwards, here's something that might help you decide. And she reaches forward, grabs him, and kisses him.
Oh, she can reach. Well, she can stand on her tippy toes.
Yes.
Also, if he isn't an asshole, he will bow down for her.
He can fucking come down there.
Well, he would. As I said, he isn't a bastard.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, she's a tiny thing.
Mm-hmm.
That's a far way down.
She's wee creature.
Oh.
That was actually very nice.
Yeah, what? He smirked.
Oh, shut up, you.
What? No one has ever told me something like that before.
Really?
Which is probably why I don't know how to react to it.
Well, now I think it's fair that you have a chance to think on it. And yeah.
But don't be discouraged. You are a very, very nice girl.
Forgive me if that doesn't sound like you're on the way to friend zoning me.
Oh, I'm not. Otherwise, I wouldn't have flirted with you.
Fair enough.
I don't think there is such a thing as friend zoning for the satyr.
You could be the first. Set a precedent.
Ooh. I'll think about that.
I guess I better leave you to think about a few things. But thank you for listening and stuff.
Of course.
And Jasmine, blushing furiously, stiffly turns around and makes way off again.
Oh, I'm happy Sonny has no such thing called shame.
Mm-hmm. No, he's just standing there, surprised, and then he suddenly notices that, being a satyr, he has a massive erection all of a sudden.
Nah, I don't think it's that way.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
He's just slightly confused.
Sexually or emotionally?
Emotionally.
Both.
Both, yeah.
Both.
But yes, basically, yeah, that's... Yeah.
Well, and like has a point there. Probably also.
Yeah. Either way, that's. Yeah.
I think this is a good place to stop until next time.
Mm.
It is a.
Yeah, let them stew in the awkwardness.
Exactly. I'm gonna let them stew in the awkwardness for an entire week. Because I am that kind of git.
Yes.
All right.
We love you for it.
So for the
Luckily, I'm not awkward. Sonny is.
For the players, you get 3 XP, and for the listening audience, please do join us next week for more Copenhagen Dreaming. And from us here at CharismaToAC, and to all of you, bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.